Asked Mike just before I came on. I said, how does the audience look? He said they're amazingly lifelike. And you haven't disappointed. Thank you so much.
You said that?
Happy to be on stage here. So this is my 60th year in show business and my 80th year on the planet. Thank you so much. And everything still works. I'm so thrilled. Thank you very much. Thank you. Thanks a lot. Let me give you a little quick Diamonds history here, if I may. In the fall of 1953, I was a radio engineer at the Canadian Broadcasting Corporation in Toronto, where I met by accident one evening 3 other guys who liked to sing as much as I did. We decided to form a stand-up vocal quartet to emulate our favorite groups, the 4 Freshmen, the 4 Lads, the Golden Gate Quartet, the Mills Brothers, the Ames Brothers, and after about 18 months of rehearsal, finally, feeling footloose and fancy-free, the 4 of us, feather-brained young fellows, frittered our father's farthings and wandered far afield in a Ford Fairlane to fuel our fantasies August 1st, 1955 by winning Arthur Godfrey's Talent Scouts. Thank you so much. The old redhead. And shortly thereafter, we began to record for Mercury Records. And as Brian said, we had 16 hits on that label, along about, well, halfway through our recording hit career, in spite of the fact that we were still 4 blue-eyed, semi-virgin white guys from Toronto. We were invited to join rock and roll's first major touring show, and for 60 consecutive one-nighters, we barnstormed North America, having a fantastic time, and making, as you prove here this evening, historic music. Now, as we climbed into the, as we climbed into the old Greyhound that took us from town to town, the first person we recognized, sitting right behind the driver, was Mr. Chuck Berry. Oh yeah, and during those 2 months we traveled together, sometimes he'd borrow my acoustic guitar. He would scotch tape the bus driver's microphone in the on position. He'd stick it inside the guitar to amplify it, and we'd have some sing-alongs that was good as some of the shows. Just give me some of that rock, and it was quite amazing. People were shooting craps in the aisle. Fats Domino was on that bus as well. He was the headliner of our tour, and we had the Drifters, we had Clyde McFadder. Halfway down the bus line in the luggage rack, we had Paul Anka. Right across from him, we had Frankie Lyman. In the back of the bus, where there should have been a restroom, we had a 6-pack of rockabillies, those guys that like to make the Tex-Mex music. There was Eddie Cochran, Buddy Knox, yeah, the Everly Brothers, Buddy Holly and the Crickets. That's where the Diamonds sat as well, and I'm missing, oh yeah, the queen of our Greyhound, Little Richard. Just a joke, I'm sorry. It was Laverne Baker. Anyway, we rolled on down to it, and it was my great privilege and pleasure to sit beside a guy working on his first hit with the Crickets. That'll be the day, and when you sit shoulder to shoulder with somebody for a couple of months, you talk about whatever you like. One of our favorite topics was, how long do you think rock and roll's gonna last? I can remember him saying 6 months. Hope you're wrong, Dave. I think rock and roll's good for a year. He'd be surprised, I'm sure. Amazing how time does fly. A minute ago, I was on the bus and people were saying to me, hey, Dave, you look a bit like Tony Curtis. Wow, man, thanks very much. And then some decades passed, and so did my face, and then it was, you and Robert Culp. And these days it's, can we have your autograph, please? Mr. Barker? And I say, well, come on down. We'll spay and neuter those pets for you. Actually, I don't mind this aging thing, because what I've discovered is this. The older I get, the better I was. Anybody else? It's good. Anyway, I was telling the story about sitting on the bus with Buddy Holly. He had a battery-operated 45-player under his seat. He'd get that out once in a while. He'd put on a few tunes, we'd tear up, we'd be entertained with these little records coming through the 1-inch speaker. And Bill, met medley of the Righteous Guys said, hey, I got an idea for you. Why don't you try this? See if you like singing it, see if the people for whom you sing it like it. We call this Bill's Medley. Just a little joke. Wise men say only fools rush in, but I can't help falling in love with you. Like a river flows surely to the sea, darling, so it goes. Some things are meant to be. Take my hand, take my whole life too, for I can't help falling in love with you.